Atheist objection. You, theists, see intelligent design. We, atheists, do not. How do we resolve this? Response. The objection raised here highlights a difference in interpretation between theists and atheists regarding the concept of intelligent design in the universe. Atheists may reject the notion of design, seeing natural processes as sufficient explanations for the complexity and order in the world, while theists, especially proponents of intelligent design, ID, argue that certain features of the universe and biological life are best explained by the activity of an intelligent cause rather than by undirected natural forces like evolution. I will respond to this objection by explaining how intelligent design is not an arbitrary or faith-based assertion but is grounded in evidence and reasoning. I will also show that the question of how to resolve this difference in interpretation can be addressed through rational dialogue, philosophical reasoning, and the evaluation of empirical data. 1. Intelligent design is based on empirical evidence. The claim that theists see intelligent design while atheists see otherwise implies that theists are projecting a subjective interpretation onto nature. However, intelligent design is not simply a matter of personal opinion. It is based on empirical evidence and follows from inference to the best explanation. The proponents of intelligent design argue that certain features of the universe and life exhibit characteristics that are indicative of design, features such as specified complexity, systems that are both highly complex and specified toward a particular function. For example, DNA contains information in the form of a digital code, much like a computer program. The specificity and complexity of this information point to an intelligent cause, as information is always the result of a mind, whether in language, software, or biology. Irreducible complexity. Certain biological systems, such as the bacterial flagellum or the blood clotting cascade, are composed of multiple interdependent parts. These systems cannot function unless all parts are present and working together, which implies that they could not have evolved through small, gradual modifications. Instead, they appear to be designed for a specific purpose from the outset. Fine-tuning of the universe. The constants and quantities of the physical universe, such as the gravitational constant and the cosmological constant, are finely tuned to a degree that is astronomically unlikely to have occurred by chance. The fact that the universe is finely tuned to support life points to an intelligent designer. The design inference is not made because theists want there to be design, but because certain empirical features of the natural world exhibit characteristics that, based on our uniform experience, are best explained by the action of an intelligent agent. Just as we infer design when we find an ancient artifact or a coded message, we infer design when we observe highly specified, complex systems in biology and cosmology. 2. The role of inference to the best explanation. One way to resolve the difference between theists and atheists on intelligent design is through the method of inference to the best explanation, which is commonly used in both science and philosophy. This method involves evaluating competing hypotheses to see which provides the most plausible and comprehensive explanation for the available data. The design hypothesis is often compared with naturalistic explanations, such as Darwinian evolution or chance-based processes. Here's how the comparison plays out. Darwinian evolution. While evolution by natural selection can explain certain small-scale changes within populations, microevolution, it struggles to explain the origin of complex biological systems. For example, natural selection cannot select for systems that are partially formed and non-functional, such as the flagellum, because incomplete systems would provide no survival advantage. Chance. Chance explanations, such as random mutation or cosmic coincidences, are mathematically improbable when we consider the extreme fine-tuning required for life to exist. For example, the odds of the universe having the precise constants necessary for life by random chance are astronomically small, often cited as being on the order of 1 in 10 to the power of 120. When comparing the design hypothesis with these alternatives, design offers the best explanation for the specified complexity and fine-tuning of both biological life and the universe itself. In other words, design is a rational abductive inference, a conclusion drawn based on the evidence that points toward an intelligent cause, rather than blind chance or purely unguided processes. 3. How do we resolve this difference? The objection asks, how do we resolve this? The answer lies in engaging in rational discourse where both sides present their evidence, examine it critically, and seek the most coherent and plausible explanation. A rational dialogue based on evidence. The design inference should be treated as a scientific and philosophical hypothesis that is open to examination and critique. Atheists and theists alike must engage with the evidence and arguments rather than dismissing one another's positions outright. Here's how we can approach this rationally. Evaluate the evidence. Are there features of the universe and biological systems that are better explained by design than by naturalistic processes? This involves analyzing the probability of naturalistic processes generating highly complex systems versus the plausibility of a designer. Consider the limits of naturalism. While naturalism appeals to chance and undirected processes, it often falls short in explaining certain aspects of reality, such as the origin of life, the existence of consciousness, or the fine-tuning of physical constants. Allow for open inquiry. Rather than assuming that naturalism must be true, we should remain open to the possibility that intelligent design offers a more satisfactory explanation for key features of the universe. B. Philosophical grounding. The question of design is not only a scientific issue but also a philosophical one. Naturalism assumes that undirected matter and natural laws are sufficient to explain all of reality, but this assumption itself is a philosophical position that must be defended. The limits of materialism. If atheists reject intelligent design, they must offer a coherent explanation for how mindless processes can generate mind, morality, and purpose, features that are central to human experience. Metaphysical implications. The design argument is ultimately a question about metaphysics. What is the ultimate cause of the order, complexity, and purpose we observe in the universe? Theism provides a rational foundation for these questions, while atheism must account for how blind, purposeless processes can result in such fine-tuning and intricacy. 4. Why intelligent design should not be rejected a priori. The objection seems to imply that intelligent design should be dismissed outright or that atheists are not willing to entertain the possibility of design. However, rational inquiry requires that we remain open to all explanations, especially if one explanation offers greater explanatory power than others. Atheism often starts with the assumption that naturalistic explanations must be true and that design cannot be considered. This a priori rejection of intelligent design is not based on the evidence but on a commitment to naturalism. However, to engage in rational inquiry, we must follow the evidence wherever it leads, even if it points to design and a designer. Conclusion. Intelligent design as a rational inference. The difference in interpretation between theists and atheists on the question of intelligent design can be resolved through careful rational analysis of the evidence. Theists do not simply see design subjectively. Rather, intelligent design is a rational conclusion drawn from empirical evidence and inference to the best explanation. Features such as specified complexity, irreducible complexity, and the fine-tuning of the universe strongly suggest the activity of an intelligent cause. By engaging in open dialogue, examining the limits of naturalism, and considering the philosophical implications of design, we can approach the question with a mindset that seeks the truth, rather than rejecting one view out of hand. Intelligent design should be considered a serious and reasonable hypothesis in the quest to explain the complexity and order of the universe. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment below if you agree or would like to add your thoughts. If you would like me to respond to your comment, please make a level 1 comment directly below the video. I will respond to all polite level 1 comments even if it takes me a while, due to other commitments.